They say great minds ignite great thoughts. And so I invite the force behind Wit Forum. I welcome Anuranjita Kumar.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. A really, really warm welcome for taking this time to join the Wit Spark journey. It's our first edition, and we're truly grateful for making it so very special for us. I think, you give us the energy, you give us the power, and your faith is just what is going to be keeping us going for time to come. So today I would really wanted to kick off this conference with just two verses from a really beautiful poem that has been a part of me through my life journey. It is Road Less Traveled by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. So that really sums up my life, which for me has always started at the edge of a comfort zone. Life has been really kind to me with multiple opportunities, quality mentors, some great friends, and of course, really supportive family. They've all collectively played a key role in who I am today. And I think some of this has kind of come together and prompted me to work in social impact space, dedicate a lot of my time, apart from my other day jobs, so that we are able to pay back in some ways. With Journey somewhere started with that underlying emotion for me. So a little bit about, my tries with technology. So I'm a 70s kid without disclosing my age. And I grew up watching Star Trek. And those of you who've seen it in 70s, don't raise your hand because I know you share my passion too. And my ideal hero at that point of time used to be Mr. Spock. I kid you not, I wanted to grow up and be Mr. Spock. It was irrelevant, Mr. or Mrs. I just wanted to be Mr. Spock. Now, why did I want to be Mr. Spock? Because he was cool, he was calm, he could glaze into the future, he had all the answers. It certainly sounds like technology, I will not say Google, but it certainly sounds like technology, which today is almost taken a persona of that Mr. Spock that we all grew up with. So, of course, my childhood dream did not really come true in the sense of making me Mr. or Mrs. Spock, but has somewhere enabled me to try technology in different forms, whether it's been at my work, doing various tech projects, and now anchoring women in technology in India. And I think, looking into the crystal ball like Mr. Spock, it's quite clear that the future is defined by technology, or should I say broadly STEM. It will decide the way we exist, our way of being, the legacy which we leave behind for the next generation. If so, then the question is, what part do women in India play in this critical mission? In spite of continuous industry efforts over the last few decades, we yet see less than 9% women in mid-levels and less than 1% in top management, more so in the decision-making roles. Hence, I think it's evident that something has to change to have women play a more impactful role in deciphering what the future would be that is going to be defined by technology. This will, for sure, ensure, I would say, a more wholesome approach to our development and also the problems and solutions we face as human beings or as an industry, which may not be fully comprehensive with all kinds of ideation, given part of the workforce is missing. This is less to say that men haven't been helpful. I think I've had plenty of men who've been part of the journey, but the question is, where are the platform where we pull all these men and women together? Hence, WIT is a journey about a purpose of redefining STEM with diverse viewpoints. It is about shaping a future where the sun never sets, and we all together, men and women, glow in new ideas and innovation that makes our human race much stronger than for sure it is today during COVID times. It is about having the faith in our capabilities and adaptability to be able to evolve in this crisis that we are all faced with. So, with this mission, WIT India platform was established, taking Indian realities into account. Our social, cultural needs are quite different than the rest of the world. We are a purpose-led organization that focuses on getting the right gender balance in the country through our three pillars, which are engage, enable, and employ. I like to believe that WIT has kindled a spark, and I hope that it will ignite aspirations of many today and tomorrow to shape the future. It is also a call to action for many men who I know have been eager to help in terms of shaping the ecosystem that is more suitable for Indian women talent, not just in urban centers, but now enabled with digital working, remote working from tier two, tier three, four cities. And I think collectively, it will help us build a brighter future for our children that I would like to believe is gender agnostic. So let's come together in terms of this whole ideation, creating the innovation, and inspiring people to join this mission. As they say, future is bright, future is right, and future is certainly women in tech. I really, really hope you enjoy the day, make the most of it, and I'm truly grateful to all the speakers, all the partners, and each one of you for joining Spark, which I'm sure is going to ignite the fire of our mission. Thank you again.
Thank you, Anuranjita.